Welcome back to the channel. It's Derek Stoked for Stoked Living. I'm so glad you guys are here with me today, and I need your help. I recently talked to a local farmer. It was actually last night I talked to him, and he was kind of telling me some devastating news in our area. And they were gone recently to the local county fair, showing their animals and stuff. And then whenever they came back to their farm, they noticed something out there in the field. So he was said that, man, it looks like Garden of Eden over here on this side. And my buddy, he only lives about 3 miles down the road, kind of south and east of us. And he says, man, it is dry over there. We have not gotten the rain that you guys have gotten. It's crazy to think about, you know, just a few miles, how that line can just cut off. And he said, man, everything is just dry and nasty over there at his place. And then he also said something else that was very concerning to me. He said, we had army bugs come in and just took out like 200 acres of their pasture, just wiped it out completely. They brought in a group, kind of, they sprayed them and stuff like that to get rid of these army bugs. And I asked him, I said, man, what does it look like? He said, they're just like a little worm. It's like a moth or something like that, that lays their eggs, and they'll just come in there and just wipe it out just very quickly. So, man, that's terrible news. Well, this morning I got up and just kind of looking everything over. I'm like, man, my daggum lettuce went to seed overnight. And it did not. It did not go to seed. The leaves are completely stripped off of these. And I was like, that is crazy. So I got to looking, and I think he dropped off some of those army bugs. So I think that's what that is. I am not 100% sure, but I know yesterday my lettuce was good and tasty. Today it is not, and I've got these bugs in there wreaking havoc. I'm gonna stomp you out, little guy. But I'm just looking in here, and there's several of these worms that are over there, and then they're over here. You can see they haven't made it over here quite yet. I mean, they are on here. See, there's one right there. I'm gonna squeeze, get you out. Oh, nasty. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick these worms out of here the best I can, and then I'm going to put me some diatomaceous earth. I think I said that right, diatomaceous earth, on the rest of my lettuce. But this is a very, very small thing right here. 200 acres of green grassland would change our dynamic of our farm quite a bit. We would have to feed, I mean, if we lost 200 acres right here, it would take out everything. And we'd be feeding hay way too early. We would like to start feeding hay kind of middle of November, kind of in that area. We'd like to kind of wait till the first frost to really start feeding hay. But you know, if we lost everything like he did, like 200 acres worth, we'd be buying some more hay. So anyways, I'm gonna be kind of watching out here in the pastures, but the thing is, this happened just overnight, just like that. So if they come in and move in and do their thing, man, it's almost too late. So I don't know. It's part of farming, but kind of, hopefully it's not a telltale sign of what's to come. But I'm gonna get these off here, and hopefully I can salvage my lettuce. Alright, so I'm harvesting army worms. First time I've ever done this. And they look exactly like my lettuce. They leave nasty little droppings over everything. So I'm a little angry with these guys, and I've got some hungry chickens. And I'm gonna put my chickens to work, see what they do in these bad boys. Oh my bucket's a little too big. Oh, you can get into them. There you go, get them guys. It makes me feel a little better inside. See them chickens eating and getting rid of them worms. Alright, I want to spread out some of this diatomaceous earth. Mainly over here is kind of keep them off of my new stuff growing up. Well, to continue with the whole mood of being in the fall mood, I guess you'd say, now we're doing apple stuff. And man, we're gonna do some applesauce and some apple butter. And we just really enjoy the house smell whenever we get that Instapot going and we get that apple butter going and applesauce going. So right here we've got, I'm picking these apples from my dear sweet mom, and these are the Golden Delicious. She wants these right here. And the reason why she wants these is she doesn't have to put as near as much sugar in the recipe for them, because these things are so sweet. So I'm going to pick these. I already have some down at the house that I'm going to peel and use. And so these things are just great apples. Awesome apples. Well, it looks like I've got a visitor. He's wanting some apples, so I'm gonna get off here and well, here, we'll just keep it going. So that was one of our neighbors that I didn't know we had. He was telling me kind of his life story. He moved here. He's from Mexico, and he moved up to Minnesota, and then he bought one of our neighbors' place, which if you guys seen Mom and Dad's pavilion there in the back, we got the idea from our neighbor who built that. So anyways, it's pretty neat to meet. Nice to meet him. Very nice gentleman. So we're gonna finish getting these apples picked. You can get them from Mom, and then I've got to get my recipe from Mom, and I'll borrow some of her stuff too. Her kids' stuff. Wow. I've slowly been gathering. Me and Katie's been gathering canning supplies, but I just don't have it all. Mom, she's like super organized with her stuff, and she knows exactly where everything's at. It's pretty easy. Just, hey Mom, I need this. Yeah. Just like my apple peeler. I bought me a brand new apple peeler, and I cannot find it anywhere. That one, feed that to it. Yeah. So while I'm getting things set up for the apple butter and applesauce, I am multitasking. I've got some barbecue going. There is some chicken wings. I've got them all there on the smoker, and then I've got some ribs out here on the other smoker that is going. Let's go check on them and see how they're doing. It's a fun weekend. Fun weekend being at home and getting things done. Seems like we're always going, and well, I'm still going, but it's at the house and stuff I really enjoy doing. So I'm gonna get the kids peeling some apples and get the stuff set up. Hey Wilson, how are you, buddy? We're gonna get the stuff set up for apple butter. Here we go. It's at 250. Oh man, look at that. Wow, wowzers. Good old spare ribs. Can't get much better than that. Okay, so we've got apple butter. It's already going. I got kind of sidetracked with the barbecue, and I had to work on that. So the kids, they did the first round of apple butter. Now we're going to do some apple sauce, which is pretty much the same thing, but I'm going to cook it a little bit less and not put as much sugar in it. But this is our old apple peeler. It is made by Pampered Chef, and works pretty good. The kids said it doesn't work very good with the big apples. The New York apples, the big apple. You get that?
The yellow one is?
Oh, those are yellow delicious.
They're called that?
Yep.
Is chicken still cooking in there?
Yeah.
Wow, this has been so long.
Maybe.
Huh?
It's not very hot.
Why not?
That's how you do it.
Huh?
That's how you do it.
Why? Uh-oh. It pulled me. Okay, yeah. What?
It's got apple juice on it. Okay, so I've got the first batch of apple butter. They're coming off the water bath here. So I've got probably about 5 pounds of apples here. I think that's what the recipe calls for. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, ground cinnamon in there. I'm not very precise on it. That's all of it. Alright. And then 1/4 of a teaspoon of cloves. And this stuff's pretty stout, and this is what really gives it that fall smell. So I'm going to do 3 cups of sugar. Alright. 1, 2, there's 3. Do 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Throw that in there. Alright. So this is pretty similar to the apple butter recipe, which I've had several people say, you're just making applesauce. Well, probably. But I'm going to cook this just a little bit, not as long as my apple butter. I've got an Instapot over here. I'm going to put in there for probably right about, I'm going to say, I'm going to do 15 minutes and kind of see what it looks like. And go from there. So let's pull these, and then water bathing in here. And I don't have that nice little tong thing that my mom has. I forgot to get it. I need to get me one of them too. So I did a water bath for about 10 minutes. Actually, probably sat in there a little bit longer than that. I'll let it cool off. All right. So there you have it. I've got applesauce rocking and rolling. I've got the apple butter done. They start popping. And See how it turns out. The kids, they've already tested out that butter and it's A-okay. Okay, so I've got the applesauce cooked, and I cooked it for about 15 minutes, and it's the right consistency, what we're looking for. But it's just a little bit more chunky and not as much sugar. But it's pretty much a little same. Yeah, it's pretty thick. Just like last year, I didn't do the applesauce, and the kids were eating the apple butter like it was applesauce. I'm like, that's a lot of sugar, so I'm going to actually make it applesauce. Alright, so that's going to be nice, especially for Philip for his lunches. He loves applesauce, so we'll pack that in there for his lunches and he'll enjoy that. Well, appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. It's been fun getting and harvesting apples off the land and just reaping the benefits from the land. So I really enjoy having that. So appreciate you guys, love you guys. Hopefully everything's going good in your world, and we'll keep this coming. God bless. We'll see ya.